Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Now, normally it would be Whiny Wednesday Live, but we're going to do Thirsty Thursday tomorrow. So I am working in the Disney Cruise album, and I wanted to show you guys what that mixed media from Brutus Monroe ended up looking like. It has dried overnight, so pretty fabulous, actually. I'm kind of in love with it. But anyway, today's sketch was made by Sandra Lee. And it is a 2-photo sketch with lots of patterned paper, some quadrants, a big old circle, and big embellishment. So that is going to be today's sketch. I am excited to figure out what I'm going to do. We're gonna put this one in there. I really do need to get myself some albums because I'm tired of flipping through my pages here with... No, that's not what I want to do. Kind of trying to figure out what I have and what... Oh, this will be a good one to do. Okay. So I'm going to do the welcome things that were in our stateroom. Now, of course, I made these welcome things happen for us because I want it to have, you know, a sweet moment. So I got my photos, I got my stuff. Let's see what I can do. Okay, guys, so I am going to start out with these 6x6 papers. These are from Brutus Monroe. At first, I thought I was going to go ahead and have 4 different papers in my quadrants because the sketch does call for a lot of different pattern paper, and believe you me, I am here for that. However, I kind of like the look of 2 of the same papers just in opposite corners. So to me, that really just does a nice look, and I am going to go ahead and go with that, right? Because you have to make a sketch work for you. If you can get inspiration from a sketch, then go for it, right? But if you can't even get inspiration, you need to kind of like figure out what you want to do, you know? Maybe you have a tiny little glimmer of something, or maybe you are just so enamored with the sketch that you're just going to go for it all. You know, you're going in whole hog. I really like the layers on the sketch, so I'm going to do those. I'm going to do the 4 quadrants here. I do trim these papers down from 6x6 to 5.5 by 5.5. That way I can have a white border around them. Now, also in the sketch, the center is a circle. And I'm not going to bring in a circle, not because I'm opposed to circles. Circles are great. But because I really want to keep the whole square thing going on here. Okay, I really enjoy that. I really like the look of it, and I'm just thinking that is a fabulous thing to do. So I kind of space out the papers upside down because I don't want to stick it down, pull it back up, stick it down, pull it back up, trying to get everything lined up just so. So as you can see, I've got the anchors and the rope over top of the red paper, and I'm loving this. I'm thinking it looks great. I am trying to figure out now what I'm going to put here in the center. I thought it was going to be another 6x6 paper. At first, I thought it was going to be the luggage because, you know, this is the room. And I was like, yeah, this will be cute, but I didn't like it. You can even see my hand, but I'm like, nah, that's not what I want to do at all. So I decide, oh, maybe I'll look at my 8x8 papers. I flip through that. Nothing's really hollering at me from there either, you guys. I'm like, oh, yeah, still not what I'm going for here. So after I decide that none of these things are actually what I want, I'm going to flip through some more papers because that's what we do, right? We keep looking and we keep looking until we find something that is actually going to work for us. I am going to flip through a bunch of papers that you won't, unfortunately, be able for me to see there. But I do know that I'm going to overlap these 2 photos. I don't think it calls for it in the sketch, but for me personally, it is something that I want to have. So I am going to take the time to do that, right? So again, if something is there and it is in the sketch and you're liking it, go for it. If it's something and you're like, oh wait, no, this isn't what I had planned, then you know, you don't go for it. You kind of got to make it work for you guys. I feel like I want to sneeze here in a second. Woo! Excuse me, I sure did. All right, so now as you can see, I went ahead and used this My Mind's Eye floral paper down here. And what that's going to do is give me that base where I can have my photos overlapped. So I'm getting what I want out of it. And then since I have now what I want out of that, now I'm going to start looking to figure out how to add embellishment because there are areas of embellishment called out for this layout. I am going to not use florals, even though that's what it kind of looks like here in the sketch. I'm going to end up decorating a little bit. I've got this chipboard thing. I've got the word fun. I'm going to go into my stash and get some labels. So I actually went and ordered a crap ton of labels from Freckled Fawn on a sale that they were having. I remembered when Freckled Fawn came out way back in the day, and they used to send monthly kits in these tin things, and then they moved on to the plastic bag things. And I don't even know if they still do a monthly kit anymore or what it ships in, but I still have a ton of the plastic bags from back in the day. And I've always been a fan of their labels. There's an Ellie Studio. Love me some labels. It was funny because I just said I was going to have to use my stamp and die set to make my own labels, and then I had forgotten I had ordered all of these labels from Freckled Fawn, and they showed up, and I was like, oh, this is fun. Like, how exciting is this? For me, super exciting, right? Like, I'm like, yes. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you don't get as excited about labels as I do. But I love them. Labels are one of the things that I just find super easy to use. They're super versatile. They're definitely a generic thing that you can put on any kind of layout. They're great as a base for words. They're great as a base for decorations. They're great as a base for a title. They're just great, right? They're great for a base of a cluster. I am just really a fan of a label. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get a journaling piece down here in the bottom left-hand corner. Not because I feel like every layout needs to have a specific journaling card or journaling box or anything like that. But in this case, I really did want to kind of like call out where I'm going to write about the stuff. So for the cruise, I wanted to make it extra special. It was Christopher's very first cruise altogether, and my second one, but my first one on Disney. So I wanted it to be an awesome experience, right? Like, I want it to just have those extra magical moments because there are plenty of times when we go to Disney, Christopher makes some magic happen, and there's something fun waiting for me, either in the room or, you know, he's got a special little surprise going. So it was important to me to have special surprise for him, right? Like that was something to me. I felt that that was important. So going to go ahead and kind of, you know, get my stuff on here. So I did find another label that I liked. So I placed that here down at the base. And then I got to figure out what in the heck I actually want to put over top of the label, because, you know, labels are great. I love me some labels. But I don't want it to just be like this naked little label here. It needs some sort of decoration. So I go through my words and think this is my large words. And it's just a matter of figuring out like what the heck I'm going to do here. And I'm thinking it's going to be another big word, like the big word up top that says fun. So obviously I'm not entirely sure what the title of this layout is. I'm not even entirely sure that there actually is a title. Basically, it's just a place of decoration, right? And I love, love, love decorating with words. I find them to be super fun and super useful. So yeah, got the word happy down here. And now I'm going to place the journaling. So there is, on this little card, there is a place for a name. It says name, date, and address, I think. I end up writing our names in and it kind of covers up the word date. So I don't have a date there, but I do put Christopher and Sandy. And then I just journal about the goodies that I had waiting for us in the cabin. And one of the things that I had done was like the romance package. And the romance package had 2 fluffy robes, a red rose, and champagne. So the robes, oh my goodness, they're so good. And then we actually use the robes at home now still. So the robes were the absolute best. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this layout. Hopefully you're getting a good mix of how I'm feeling about my cruise album and like quicker layouts and less involved and then also more involved layouts. Anyway, that's what I'm going for. Thanks so much for watching and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.